Yeah, so it's fine. Next time. Not until I've said so. Yeah. um, but that would hurt my feelings. Like, more than anything. That would really hurt my feelings. I'm just wondering, did I put this on the right thing?
What do you mean?
Like, is this on my Twitch? Or is it...
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Today's episode of Nerd Word, the mystery of the thing being in the right place.
No, actually, it is in the right place. So that means a whole lot. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Nerd Word, where the nerd is the word. Nerd. I'm not gonna. I'm HaplessLuckett.
I'm Guymanbrodawg.
I'm Fireball.
I'm just Jake.
And happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year.
So
New Year?
yeah, New Year.
New Year.
It's
What year?
2022.
Remember that.
Well, if you think about it properly, it's only 2022. Dun dun dun.
The sequel.
I'm going home.
Coming in 2022. 2022.
Our wonderful Fireball with the voices. How was your New Year, Fireball?
It was very uneventful, just how I like it.
That's exactly same for me. I play video games all
Same.
night.
Yeah.
Guy man.
It's about how mine went too. We sort of just did the same thing.
That's usually how we like to do
General
it.
consensus.
But
It was a chill night.
Caught up on Marvel over the break.
Good.
So, and played video games.
So we're all in general consensus here.
so we all play video games.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Nerd New Year. Yay!
Yay! Happy Nerd Year. Speaking of nerds, nerd stuff, a lot happened in 2021.
Big year.
A whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot, and that's for the most part what we're gonna. But before we go in to the good things that to come in 2020 and the good things that happened in 2021, obviously everyone's probably already aware that last night or yesterday afternoon we did lose the dear sweet Betty White 17
R.I.P.
days before her birthday and just hours.
Her 100th birthday.
Yeah, her 100th birthday. And just mere hours before 2022.
Yep.
So, and she was pretty much an icon. Like, I was in love with Betty White. I for no reason, like, just because of her soul and her as a person, like, not because of her acting abilities. It's just, there's something about Betty White that I just absolutely loved. Maybe it'd been the Golden Girls, watching that growing up. But yeah, it's a sad time.
She'll be missed.
She surely will. And also, we lost another icon, Mr. John Madden.
R.I.P.
Yes, you probably know him, Julian, only as the guy for the video games.
Yeah.
But the rest of us know him as the Raiders Super Bowl winning head coach and the announcer for a lot of NFL's games, along with his legacy as I guess the owner or poster person for the video game franchise,
the man
Madden.
behind the game.
The man behind the game, correctly. I have, unfortunately, the Madden games are trash. In my opinion, for the last couple of years, they have just been the same game. But me being a creature of habit, I have still bought every single one of them since 2020 or 2000 actually. Ever since Eddie George was on the cover, I have bought in every single one. So rest in peace to those two, John Madden
R.I.P. legends.
and Betty White. But other than that, a lot of good has happened in 2021, especially for us nerds. What do you think?
I think that right now, Boba Fett is like, okay, we saw one episode.
Yeah.
By the way, spoiler
Spoilers.
warning.
Spoiler.
If you haven't seen Boba Fett, leave now, Jake.
I think Jake watched it because I told him. Yeah, he's caught up.
Yes. So Boba Fett.
3, 2, 1.
You have been warned.
finally got to see what happened to Boba Fett after the Sarlacc pit.
What a good pickup.
How he came out of it. What happened with those Tatooine people, the Tusken Raiders or whatever. How he got like kidnapped, and we saw a whole new side of Boba Fett, and he now feels like a real character.
Mhm.
Like there's not much mystery behind him. Like in the old movies, he was just there standing, looking cool. But now he's a
the guy.
he's a badass. Yeah. Like we see his face often. And
he got his ass kicked more than Rocky Balboa did in all of his movies.
He did. He did, and he survived.
Can't believe he survived that.
It was pretty cool to see, like, at the beginning of the episode, how he was, like, getting beaten up, and he was a prisoner and stuff, and by the end of the episode, we see him back where we saw him at the end of the first season, or the second season of Mandalorian, at his peak. He's, like, now the leader of these people or whatever, and it's just crazy to see how that worked.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, when I go out to the desert and they have them dig for that water or whatever it is, the only thing I could think of was that scene in Spaceballs where they had the combs. So it was
classic.
Just
I did have a lot of questions.
I don't know. It's just like it just keeps popping up in my head. It's like, you know.
We're combing the area, sir.
Have you found anything? We ain't found shit.
Keep combing.
Oh, we've got people up in the chat.
Let's see who we got to say hi to today.
Let's see. I wish I could see what it is. I can't see up there. Let's see the names because
Okay, that's it on the left there.
We got Holidays up in the beast.
We got
Gabby is up in
Gabbo
the-
35.
Gabbo 35.
There it is. It's pulling up now.
Yo.
So, what is going on? Welcome to Nerd Word, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you for popping in. Any questions? Make sure to comment in there and we'll try to talk on them. The topic, the 2021. So, we just covered Boba Fett. He actually gives me a little bit more respect because in the first, like you said, in the beginning, he was just there. He was just there. And then all of a sudden, he was not. So, they actually gave him depth.
He needed it.
He gave him a lot of fan service because for some reason, I don't know why, he was a lot of people's favorite Star Wars characters.
Yeah, he was.
And he did not have much to go off of. It's like having Zordon be your favorite person in the Power Rangers where you don't know a damn thing about him except he's a floating head.
Right.
So it gives him more depth and makes, like he said, makes him more of a real character as opposed to just like a side character. So I give Boba Fett a little bit more respect. And I give Jon Favreau, as always, I have to give him accolades because it's Jon Favreau.
I think you're forgetting someone pretty major at the beginning of those credits. Robert Rodriguez. Man.
Oh, of course, Robert Rodriguez. He directed it.
Yeah.
But Jon Favreau wrote it.
Right.
Jon Favreau is the one who brought in the Mandalorian and he brought back Boba Fett.
Right.
I'm not to take anything away for how he directed the show. Robert Rodriguez is a good director, and I give him all accolades. Trust me, I take nothing away from Robert Rodriguez. But if it wasn't for Jon Favreau, there would be no Book of Boba Fett. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Can we talk for a second about how he looks like a 65-year-old man fighting like a 65-year-old man?
He does.
Whenever he was fighting the Tuskens, I visualized that scene from Family Guy with Schlepp knocked and they got their walkers and they're just going all slow. He's not in the age range to do action anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But it's still good to have him on screen instead of someone else portraying him.
It is. But my only issue is, he could have probably like lost some weight.
Maybe a touch.
And B, if he's wearing that helmet, they need to put the helmet on him more. They just need to treat him like they did Mando.
Yeah.
Put the helmet on somebody else. Let him do all the stunts and just go back and let him do voice acting work. He's already shown his face and fans are like, yeah, it's this guy.
Now we know.
We know.
Give us a good stunt person.
We don't need to know. We don't need to see him trying.
That's great. But yeah, all in all, great show. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it. Check it out.
Yes, definitely see it. Other things, speaking of 2021 stuff, like the shows, the other Disney Plus shows. What do we think?
Many.
Like how will we rank those?
Well, for one, I think this year has been huge for Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, majority of these Disney Plus shows that I'm sure we're going to talk about are Marvel, right? Like,
Right.
before... Yeah.
And we also got Titans.
Yeah,
We got
that's true.
Titans.
We got the next season.
Season 3.
That was season 3, yeah. That was really cool,
You sure
too.
that wasn't 4?
4?
No, that was season
Those
3.
three?
There's 3
Okay.
seasons, yeah.
Okay.
But the Marvel shows in specific have been my favorite, and they're just shining.
Well,
Like,
which was your favorite out of all of the ones that came out in 2021?
out of the ones that we saw, I would have to say my favorite is Loki.
Loki.
Loki
was
was awesome.
That I have to actually agree with you on that one.
Loki was definitely my favorite. It set up the most. I feel like it was the most necessary for the rest of the MCU.
Absolutely.
What was Jake's favorite?
My favorite for the MCU. I think the big one for the MCU this year was Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably...
You mean as far as the movies go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you put Black Widow over No Way Home?
I would say those are right at the same level, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Gabby says, Buddy Josh rocking the Marvel shirt.
Mm.
Which one, though?
Both of us. Both Buddy Josh is rocking Marvel.
You guys, you both look like you work in offices. You disappoint me.
I use a stapler most time out of the day.
Fair.
Is it my red stapler?
No, it's my big
Red
one.
Milk, what do you
We're
think
touching
about
those
Mia
things over there, please
Malkova? Mia Malkova has nothing to do with anything.
Wait, what?
That very, I'm not even going to answer that. I love her. But we're
I
going
don't know who she is.
That's fucking great. Loki. So yeah, what about your favorite? What's your favorite?
It's hard to say. I mean, I love each of the Marvel shows individually because they all brought something different to the table.
Mhm.
But if I had to say my favorite,
Including Titans, though, you can include that to the mix.
Titans would be my favorite, but I thought we were just talking about the Marvel ones. Titans definitely my favorite of the shows.
Okay. Now what about the
Fantastic.
Marvels?
As far as Marvel goes, WandaVision was 2021, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go with WandaVision.
You're gonna go with one.
Yeah, it was pretty out there. It was a pretty
Okay.
crazy story, and it brought a lot together and made sense, and I liked how it was done. It was really well.
Now here, I'm gonna say this, and it may not go over well with others, but this is just my opinion. But I think WandaVision may have set up more than Loki.
Oh yeah, by far, I believe that too.
I think as far as the setup, because she's a big part of Doctor Strange and the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiverse of madness.
More of her story is yet to come.
Yeah, there's a lot more, and she already completely showed what she was capable of in WandaVision. And not only setting up like things to come in the movies, but setting up the universe as a whole.
Right.
Because as we all know, or as most of us know, that the name Scarlet Witch was owned by the Fox, by the X-Men. The X-Men had the rights to Scarlet Witch because she was a mutant. And also, like, everything that she encompassed, that's why they always called her Wanda. Everything was just Wanda. Wanda, Wanda, Wanda. They never called her Scarlet Witch until WandaVision, where they called her Scarlet Witch. That just blows everything open, letting us all know, and also giving us Quicksilver. Granted, it may have just been a quote-unquote dream. No, but hold on, hear me out. Quicksilver is owned, again, by the Fox side because that was Evan Peters. They took Evan Peters' Quicksilver. Granted, it wasn't really him. They gave it to us. They gave us Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Still introduced the character into that world.
And it was that version. It was the Fox version of Quicksilver.
It was very relevant.
So that just blows things open for MCU as a whole, and not just like, you know, the storyline between like the multiverse.
Agreed.
What do you think? Like, your favorite show?
Nerds. Nerdword's my favorite show.
Oh, there you go.
That's my favorite thing for 2021. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just being modest.
Favorite Marvel show this year? I would have to say Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It was good. It was good.
I think that was my favorite out of the core four. I mean, What If had its moments. WandaVision was good. Loki was good. You know, same thing with Hawkeye. But, you know.
Hawkeye was another favorite of mine, too, by the way. Yeah.
Like in terms of bingeability, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, hands down.
That
Fair enough.
finale
They're
really
very
set that
grounded.
one
They're not
apart.
so far-fetched like the rest of them. They're more grounded, like here.
Right.
People doing hero stuff, and I get that, and that's actually what I loved about those two particular shows. Hawkeye was definitely a favorite for that reason. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
What about them Marvel movies this year? I mean, obviously Spider-Man is a really heavy hitter, but did you guys prefer Spider-Man over Black Widow and Shang-Chi? Or did you
by far.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
Spider-Man was
It was epic.
definitely the best. Not only the best MCU movie of 2021, I personally think the best MCU movie ever made.
I
And
could
that's just-
definitely
I
agree with
that's
that.
just
agree
me.
with that.
I said that walking out of the theater.
Yeah, that's why.
I said it all 3 times.
That's why it definitely bumped Infinity War out of my favorite movie pile and was replaced with Spider-Man. So I could agree. Jake, we already know how you feel, weirdo, thinking it's on par with Black Widow. How dare you be disrespectful? I'm just kidding. You're allowed your opinion.
Even if it is wrong.
All right, well, we're gonna do it this way. Like,
hey, let's not knock Black Widow though, because
Oh,
Spider-Man
no, it's good.
came out.
No,
That
no.
movie was awesome.
I really liked
I
it.
really did like Black Widow.
It was a different. If it was different than your typical MCU movie. Granted, at the end of the day, it was still a Marvel movie. It was
Right.
still MCU.
Yeah.
But it wasn't filled with a lot of dick jokes every
Right.
10, 20 minutes.
Mhm.
It was a little bit more serious. And there was a lot more espionage as opposed to just, hey, in your face, we're going to punch you.
Now, if we did
But
get
the
more dick jokes, I
fight
would have
scene-
loved it more. Sorry.
I was gonna say the fight scenes that come out of that movie. There's some amazing set pieces that are in it, and there's some amazing set pieces that are in Spider-Man: No Way Home as well.
Yeah.
But I just overall I think I enjoyed Black Widow a little bit more over Spider-Man.
And Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, man, Shang-Chi was.
Yeah, like you said, it was all over the place, but it was a pretty good movie. I haven't seen a Marvel movie I didn't like yet.
I
You
can
ha-
I can say
sorry.
a couple. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you haven't really seen Eternals yet.
Yeah, I have yet to see that.
I
haven't
haven't
heard
either,
good things
but
about
I've
it.
heard nothing but bad things about Eternals.
Yeah,
so
let's
I'm
hope
kind
they're
of
wrong.
Yeah.
nervous for it.
I've heard it's all story building, which is funny that Marvel stands complain about story building when it took 24 movies for the Russo brothers to tell a story.
I mean,
So-
true.
Yeah, but
true.
each story was
A decade of patience, and you don't want to sit through 2 hours of storytelling.
You know what?
Hello.
Throwing my phone, my fault. So, you have a very valid point. I will end up watching it, but I'm gonna wait until it comes on Disney Plus, which I think
That's
it
fair.
comes out next week.
Yeah.
Really?
Really, next
13th?
week?
Soon.
Well, then that's something we will be talking
I'll
about.
wait for that. I will wait for that.
And Bread and Milk also mentioned, what do we think about King in Black? And honestly, that's new for this year, I think.
What
It's
is
one of the newer comic books from Marvel. The King in Black, it looks like it's a team-up.
I haven't heard of it.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, I'm not
team-up.
familiar.
It came out at the end of December 2020, and it was published through 2021 in April. It's a team-up movie with Venom, Knoll, Spider-Man, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolt, and X-Men.
This must be an animated.
No, it's a comic book series.
Oh, a comic. Oh,
yes,
okay.
it's a
okay.
comic book
You
series.
said something about movie. It threw me off.
Oh no, I was just saying about Bread and Milk had mentioned it in
Okay.
the comments.
Okay.
So I'm pulling
That's
that up.
something
I
I
mean,
would
I'll
definitely
look
like to look
into it.
into.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
have
know
to
about
see
it.
that. I'm gonna have to definitely read into that. Thanks for
Okay.
looking out on that one.
Yeah, good looks.
I haven't seen any Marvel series, and there is one that you have not seen any of the Marvel series.
Oh, you're missing out.
You have to watch them all.
Yeah, it's,
You're really missing.
If
a
there's
big
one
part.
that you can skip, it's What If,
yeah.
because it's not. I mean, it's parallel universes, so they're all literally like what if moments. So, but they're canon, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Actually,
but they're not as relevant.
I'd still
I think
watch
you
it.
could skip Hawkeye. Hawkeye doesn't really.
No, you
No,
can't
there's
skip
some
Hawkeye.
important stuff.
There's
in Hawkeye.
important
You
stuff
can't
in
skip
Hawkeye. You
Hawkeye,
cannot
no way.
skip Hawkeye. You cannot skip on Hawkeye. at
Mainly
all.
for what it sets up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for what it sets up. Because it's going to set up.
That's
the,
what each of these shows have been used for, is to set up for the future.
Yeah.
But
a MacGuffin,
they've also given
yeah.
us a lot,
The
though.
Watch is a MacGuffin, yeah.
And also Miss Echo. You got Mr. Kingpin.
Kingpin, yep.
But I
I'm
mean,
excited
Kingpin
for that.
exists in Daredevil, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that wasn't in the MCU.
Yeah, we have not
Until now.
seen that until now. Daredevil was not. they were so up and down about whether it was canon or like the Netflix series, whether they're canon or not.
That just sealed the deal.
Well, yeah, it actually does, because in the interview, Vincent D'Onofrio said that it is that same Kingpin, leading us to believe that it is that same Daredevil. So therefore, leading us to believe that now.
Well, it definitely was the same Daredevil because he was Peter Parker's lawyer. That's him.
Yeah. Right. But it could have been like an alternate universe, you know how they like to pull. Yeah. But that just more or less confirms that the Daredevil series and the Punisher series kind of are canon, the same way that the Spider-Man movies are now somewhat canon in the MCU.
They're written in such a way that if like Kevin Feige wants to, he can just pull and pluck and be like, you know what? Let's do a team up with Daredevil and Punisher and Luke Cage. Connect, and then
because
it's all connected.
Kind of how they've been doing it.
Right. He did say that he was going to be bringing back some of the characters from the Netflix series. He never said which one specifically, but he said that he are going to be bringing some back.
We're at a point now in the MCU where really every other Marvel property is kind of connected. Like everything sort of meshes together now because of the whole multiverse thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, if Daredevil exists within this universe now, and that means that the Punisher, Luke Cage, all of those are as well. All the X-Men movies are now because of, like you said, Pietro,
even
WandaVision. They're at least hinted at.
Yeah, even fans. It's the door is there. The door is open. Whether or not we've walked through it saying that those are absolutely canon, we at least know for a fact that the Spider-Man movies, in a way, are canon to the MCU, even though they're alternate universe.
The door is like cracked and we're peeking in.
Yeah, I guess that's a good analogy. That's a very good analogy. I like that. Yeah, very, very, very smart.
That just means there's a lot of big things possibly coming that we have to look forward to. So,
especially in the MCU, especially with what's coming in 2020. I think 2022. I think Thor is coming out this year.
Love and Thunder,
Black Panther 2.
That I want to see.
I'm still up in the air.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm up in the air about it. Not only because they didn't recast T'Challa, rest in peace to Chadwick, but the fact that there's a lot that they can do with it, and they're just not going to do it. I'm wondering if they're going to pass on the mantle of the actual Black Panther. And plus, the first one wasn't that good. That's my personal opinion. It made $1 billion globally. But as far as movie, I feel like it was just like I'm with everybody when they say that Michael B. Jordan made that movie, and I'm just like, he did.
I think that's why they brought him back for What If. But I've got a question for you guys. If they were to pass on the mantle of Black Panther to anyone, would you prefer it to be like Shuri or M'Baku, or who would you want to see as the next Black Panther?
Shuri would have to. She's the one that understands and makes all the tech. She would be Wakanda's Iron Man. She'd be Iron Woman of Wakanda. She'd be great.
And it would be comic book accurate.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to see.
But that's not what we're going to get.
According to rumors.
It's rumored that M'Baku is the one that's going to be the new Black Panther. But
I'm not
only
sure
time
I'm
will tell.
okay with that.
He was a whole different character in the comics.
Yeah, he was 8-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if 8-Man ever became Black Panther. I mean,
there might have been an offshoot or a storyline with it somewhere, but I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, let's see. Actually, no, he's usually considered a frequent enemy of Black Panther, so
that would negate that.
I really hope they don't go that route.
Unless there's something to it.
From that.
It depends on the writing. Like, what if the movie opens up with him being Black Panther and then someone else comes in and takes it over? You know what I mean? Like Killmonger did to T'Challa. Yeah. But if that's the case, then we might just be getting a setup for the next Black Panther, and M'Baku isn't the one, you know? Maybe that's what makes him an enemy.
Well, they're doing all the setting up now, it seems like. Like right now they're introducing Miss Marvel and Kate Bishop and stuff like that. If they're going to replace Black Panther, I think they're going to go for the new one now.
Yeah.
So I think the next Black Panther movie would probably be who's going to be the Black Panther. Like they did that with Black Widow, too.
Yeah, it would make sense.
And Yelena.
We'll see.
It still just bothers me that I know I feel everybody was like, yeah, T'Challa. You can't think of T'Challa without thinking of Chadwick.
Right.
So I know it's hard. We did it with Edward Norton.
Yeah,
We did it with Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
We can do it again.
If we gotta. It's already been proven.
Because there is so much, especially if they're setting up Namor in the second movie.
Yeah.
Namor versus Black Panther is iconic. It's an iconic fight between the two of them.
Yeah.
So to miss out on that, just it not being T'Challa, just because they don't want to recast it, because it'd be like recasting Iron Man if RDJ passed away.
Right. Wouldn't work.
It can be done though. It can be done. You can't just say, this character dies because the person. No, you can't do that.
Okay, so who would you guys want to see play T'Challa?
Who I would want to see play any actor. That would be a tough one.
Kevin Hart.
God, no.
I would be first in line to see that movie.
I can see that. His thing, okay? All right? His thing. All right? Wakanda forever, all right? That would, no.
I don't think I'd ever be able to watch a Marvel movie.
I'm with Jake on that one. I don't.
You would be running into battle doing that Kevin Hart yell.
And then be up and out of the theater, going to customer service and getting money back for my ticket.
I've been here 5 minutes, give it back. And you know what? If Kevin Hart ends up being Black Panther, then you know who has to be Namor. It has to be The Rock.
There's your next
Honestly,
DC Marvel.
I think I'd be okay with that anyway.
No, I would not be okay with The Rock playing as Namor.
Why?
I would not play, because he's huge. The Rock is huge.
Yeah, he is.
He is a mountain of a man.
He could be like a Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
But a better actor. I had something else to say, but I'm not going to say it because I want to be respectful. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
But who did you guys want to see though?
It's still tough. It is still tough to say, because I'm, as a black person, even to think, there's not very many black actors off the top of my head that I think that could fill the shoes, just like off the top of my head.
Wesley Snipes.
That isn't over 40 already.
Yeah, Wesley's a little bit too old for that role, but back in his Blade days, he would have been a great.
Yeah.
He could have played T'Challa.
And I'm not even gonna lie, what you could. It's tough. It is really tough. Donald Glover. No, I can't even say Donald Glover.
Nah, because he's already part of the MCU anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, that was kind of a throwaway cameo.
I mean, yeah, but that
I think it'll
put
be
him in the MCU.
revisited. He could eventually be Prowler, especially with Spider-Man now
he's
on
still
a
young
street
enough.
level.
Yeah.
You want me to? Okay.
That would require a Miles Morales movie, though.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that
We're
too.
gonna get that.
We're gonna get that.
We're gonna get that.
He even mentioned it in No Way Home, so
Yeah, it was hinted.
yeah. All right,
It's
but
going down.
there's two people that I can actually think of, and I just fucking forgot the other one. No, the first one, he may be older. He may be over 45, but again, there's CGI. Black Panther. No, Black Panther is all CGI. When the suit is on, it's all CGI for the most part. But as far as T'Challa, I can say Idris Elba.
He's in the MCU as well.
He's already
who?
Heimdall.
He's Heimdall.
He's dead.
So?
Yeah, but you don't bring back Heimdall and have
No,
it be
but
black.
see,
Yeah,
you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I completely forgot he was in the. I forgot he was in the MCU.
What?
Yeah.
How did
You got to narrow it down.
Heimdall?
Almost all the actors are in the MCU in one way or another.
Okay.
So,
The guy from the Invisible Man. Fuck, what's his name?
well, that wouldn't work. You wouldn't even see him.
I don't think that's a name.
Aldous Hodge.
I don't know who that is.
Aldous Hodge. He was in the Invisible Man.
Okay.
I can't remember what else he was in.
That
Somebody.
was the chair.
He's got the look.
He's in. Never mind. He's in Black Adam.
Okay. We're running out of actors here.
Lawrence Fishburne.
No,
He was
Way too old.
And he was
He was
also
in
in
the
the
MCU,
MCU.
Oh, yeah.
I know who I would want to see play T'Challa. Ray Fisher. He played Cyborg in the
Ooh.
Justice League.
Yeah.
I think
He's small though.
He's not
No,
small.
he's not.
You're thinking
He's
Doom
not.
Patrol.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
Doom Patrol. That's right. The other one, yeah, he's not small.
I think
He
Ray
could do
Fisher
it.
would be perfect.
That'd be another DC Marvel crossover.
You know who else could do it?
You.
If he lost weight. Damn it. Fuck you. I hate you. Stay out of my head. I had a whole setup and everything, and you just ruined it. I mean, I'm used to that, but I didn't think I was gonna get captured live doing.
I'm always here to block your dunks.
Yeah, that was a wow. Fuck you in every way. Gabo says, "I hope you all have a nice day." Hey, thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
You too.
We appreciate that. Make sure you share this podcast. It will be back out on Tuesday. Bloop.
Bloop.
So what else happened in 2021,
You know,
guys?
It wasn't just a big year for Marvel, okay? We had some good DC things happen too, like you guys said, Titans. But
Oh my
also this year came out the Suicide Squad.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We got the Suicide Squad, which was a hit.
I loved that movie.
I absolutely did too.
I thought it was so sick.
I think it redeemed for the first one.
Before you guys give us your 35-minute takes on that movie, I want to hear what Jake thought about Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Gun Suicide Squad.
Yes,
Right,
James Gunn.
Can keep that one down to 15 minutes. It's going to be about 45 minutes for why I love the Suicide Squad. Love that movie. The Gun Squad, yeah, I liked it, man. I was really hyped with the entire cast that was coming into it. With all the big names, you knew that some of them were going to get killed off. Super happy he went back to his trauma roots and killed off like 18 characters, including Captain Boomerang in the very beginning, to really set that tone that this is an edgy movie, but it's super edgy. They're going to kill off Captain Boomerang, who's the mainstay in Suicide Squad iterations. They kill him off, you don't know who's going to get killed off, and then later on in the movie you have Captain gets killed by Peacemaker.
That broke. I'm not even gonna lie. That actually broke my heart.
Yeah.
That broke my heart. Because I hated him in the first one. I could not stand him. I hoped he died in the first one. But then in the sequel, he like redeemed himself for me because he was all about the team and he was all about them as opposed to you do this job or I kill you. He was with them. He was about it. And then they fucking killed him.
And the way it happened, it was like watching a Mortal Kombat movie. Well, the newer one.
Yeah, that's why also we can talk about more about that too. But that also, I love the visuals. The visual effects in that were fantastic.
Yeah, they were good.
But to be completely honest, I'm still flabbergasted that and no one said it, that Jake liked the first one better than the second one.
I did not say that. I said I love the ARWV.
Oh, okay. Because you said you can go on a 15-minute rant for this, but a 45-minute rant on why you love the other one.
Oh, because we're going to be arguing with each other.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I will dedicate an hour and a half of my day to prove to you why you're wrong on your thoughts of the air. Well, the air cut's not out, but that is also a positive of 2021 is the air cut. Release the air cut hashtag trend that's been happening on Twitter. Two separate movies.
They are two separate movies, but I also will go in agreement that I do also love the air version. I was probably one of the few who said that they liked it when everyone's like, why? But we're not. That was 2017, 18.
Gunn is a huge fan of DC. He's a huge fan of comic books. He did on the Marvel side. He did Guardians of the Galaxy. He was involved with writing with Taika Waititi for Thor, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I said Love and Thunder because just watched that trailer earlier today.
Wait, there's a Love and Thunder trailer?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, wait, what? Nani?
I had boo.
No.
I agree. Not because it's female Thor.
Hold up.
It might have been a hype thing.
I gotta see this.
Okay, no, there is. It may have been one of those
fake trailers.
Okay. Yeah.
I got.
Because if it was a real trailer, bro, I would be the first one to know.
Well, I guess now this one.
Yeah, boo Jake.
Boo the fake trailer.
There's thousands of them. You can go online if you type in No Way Home. There's probably like
video
700.
editors.
Yeah, boo video editors. But since you didn't have a 45-minute, I want to hear what you thought of the
Suicide Squad.
Yes.
It took me 2 watches to really appreciate it.
Really?
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I was like, the first one was better. I deserve that. But after watching it the second time, I appreciated more what they tried to do. I saw more what they were going for, and I was like, okay, I dig this. So all in all, it was good. I did enjoy it, but it took 2 watches for me to fully appreciate it.
That's fair. At least you gave it a second chance instead of just said, "Oh, fuck this movie." Because I do remember you saying initially that you didn't like it. You didn't want to see it because it was a comedy about some of your favorite superheroes or villains. We already know what me and Guyman think about that. Probably one of the best DC movies ever made.
It was
Except for the other DC movie that did come out in 2021 that we all probably forgot about, the Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah, that was a 21 thing.
Did not forget about it.
Jake didn't forget about it. I forgot about it until he brought up Suicide Squad.
It was one of the best 4-hour flicks I've ever seen.
Like, not the Snyder Cut, man.
Yeah, because you said actually hashtag release the era cut. That would got me thinking hashtag Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
And that brought out the Snyder Cut, which was fantastic. I'll probably never watch it again. I'll probably watch the original because I don't know if I can sit through 4 hours.
4 hours is tough.
4 hours is tough.
Watch.
Now, if it was broken up into episodes, I'd probably go back and watch it.
In-game was what, 3 hours and...
It was like 3 hours and like 8 minutes. It was like 3:10, something like that.
Okay, I thought it was 3.5.
No. I don't think it was 3.5.
Oh, that was with the credits and the after stuff, right?
Anyways, I watch Endgame. I do watch Endgame, but I don't watch Endgame in its entirety. I watch the third act in its entirety. The first 2 acts is where I'm walking around, I'm making food, I'm cleaning. And then once
where the plot develops and you find out how they're gonna beat Thanos once and for all, I don't care about that.
No, I
don't want plot development in my movie. I want
this guy.
I want an aluminum guy punch purple monster face.
No, but
I'm gonna watch Robert Downey Jr. fuck up Grimace.
I have watched Endgame in its entirety, like several times, even in theaters. I've watched it in theaters 6 times. And I watched it in its entirety, like at least 5 times outside of the theater.
I know you're a Marvel. I know you're a Marvel fan. We went and watched Ant-Man and the Wasp when everybody else decided they were gonna dip out and not watch it anyways. We were the only 2 people out of like 6 that were gonna go watch that movie. I know you're a Marvel fan.
Yeah, and I love my Marvel, but I'm also a movie fan. If I love that movie, I will probably like not pay attention to my favorite parts because they're not my favorite parts. But I will pay attention to my favorite parts, whether it's an emotional scene, like my favorite scene in Days of Futures Past with Michael Fassbender in the plane. If I'm doing something and that comes up, I'll watch it. But no, I absolutely love movies.
We kind of took a left turn there. I wanted to see if you guys preferred the Snyder Cut to the Whedon cut of the Justice League.
Oh God, Snyder Cut all the way.
Yeah, all day. It was so much better, but with the length of it, it doesn't balance out.
But was it so much better? I mean, it was definitely better. I love what that movie did for Cyborg because he was like he was barely a character in the first one.
Yeah.
This one like flushed him out, and I liked the extra stuff they gave us with like Martian Manhunter and stuff like that.
We got Darkseid.
Yeah.
We didn't get Darkseid at all in the original.
It was cool, but like if the Whedon cut was the only Justice League movie we had, I don't think I would be absolutely disappointed.
It was good. It was okay, but it was killed.
Yeah, it was okay. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Like, it was entertaining. I was very entertained by it. But as far as like a good movie, a complete movie, and what it sets up, because it also set up a lot. Like the Flash, that sets up the Flashpoint Paradox. That's what sets up the Flash movies.
And the Martian Manhunter.
And it also brought back Michael Keaton as Batman. It brought back a lot of characters.
Did that movie bring back Michael Keaton?
Yes, because they're doing a Flash movie that brings back Batman. They weren't going to do it without Flash. If it wasn't so much hype for the Snyder Cut, I guarantee the Flash movie would have been different. They were going to make a Flash movie regardless, but it would have been completely different.
They're sticking a little bit to what Snyder's still throwing out there. Well, Snyder's still involved in the production process. He's just not directing it to spend more time with Deborah and all the other things that he has going on project-wise. But
speak up.
Oh, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I need my own microphone.
Everyone watching, turn your volume up.
Turn your volume up. I don't know, man. Snyder got a lot of hate for no reason. But at this point, I think it's just have to hate DC, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's long, but I mean,
I love it. I still.
I
think-
definitely don't hate it.
Oh yeah.
I think Snyder knew that WB really wasn't interested in seeing his vision through, and that's part of the reason why it became a, his actual epic of a movie.
Right.
God, I love it. I do want to watch it again. I might watch like half of it one day and the other half another day.
Yeah, break it up into twos.
Yeah, because that's 2
2 hours.
two
per
movies,
city.
2 feature-length movies.
We did not bring up the fact that there was another Matrix movie in 2021 at the very end, but none of us have seen it,
Yeah.
so we can't really talk
I
about it.
I done seen it.
Okay,
You did.
Jake saw it, but none of us did.
And spoilers, if you haven't seen the movie, leave the room in 3, 2, 1.
I'll be back.
Well, based on the thing.
Trinity kills Neo.
Oh my god!
Dun dun dun.
Nani?
That is a big old.
Trinity's killing him, and then he's gonna kill me.
Oh my god. Oh man. But speaking of other movies that aren't MCU, Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, that was a 21 release.
Oh my god. I may be the only one in this room, and that's fine, who absolutely adored and admired everything about that movie.
I liked it, but I've never been a Kong Godzilla huge fan. So for me, it was just like, oh, that's the best one they've done so far. That's
Gabby
it.
says, I watched the first Suicide Squad. Interesting, but Harley Quinn and the Joker look different from what I was used to be
Yeah.
honest. They are.
Yeah,
They
a lot of people
updated
said
them.
that too.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, that also brings up another question. Harley Quinn and the Joker? Harley Quinn came out last year. Or the year
Yeah.
before.
So Harley Quinn was New 52 Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason they did the Joker, like how they wanted to do that. But I mean,
Yeah. We're not going to talk about
He's
why
a-
they decided to do that to the Joker.
I don't know who decided that was the visual distinction for Crime Lord and Crime Lord in the the modern era, but
That's not my Joker. Mm-mm. No.
But it did offer variety,
Get
because when you
off.
take all the Jokers, you have all the different
It's a joke tape,
types. You
right?
got the gangster, the clown, the murderer,
Yeah.
they're all different. The psycho. So he just brought another thing, which was the gangster. He brought another genre of the Joker to the table. I can respect it for that. Definitely not my favorite Joker by far, but something different.
So who is you guys' favorite Joker?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix,
Joaquin
all day,
Phoenix?
by
Why?
far.
Why Joaquin?
Because he's the only one of the Jokers that we've gotten so far that I really felt his pain. I felt him. I'm like, dude, I see why you are the way you are. I get it, bro. I felt him. The rest of them were just like, damn, what a maniac.
But isn't that what we love about Joker?
No.
Who's your favorite Joker, Jake?
I mean, they all have their pros and cons. It's really hard to label a favorite Joker. I'm not a huge fan, nor have I ever been a huge fan of Ledger's Joker. I'd say he's at the bottom of the list.
Ledger, really?
Edgelord Joker. That's
Yeah.
chaos. I am chaos.
Yeah. I'm probably there with
God,
you.
dude. It's so. Go back and rewatch Dark Knight, man. It is kind of cringy. Some of his
I'm there
lines are
with you.
super cringy.
And not only that, who does he kill other than like 3 people
He blows up an entire hospital.
with no one in it?
Well, they get out first.
Yeah.
Well,
He did kill the dude with that pencil.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
He killed the dude in the bank robbery.
Yeah. But he didn't blow up anybody on the bus. I remember talking to Q. Q said what Joker would do in that situation is he would actually blow up one of those buses. Or not the buses, but the boats. He would have blown up the other boats and made Batman come get him. That's what he would have done in the comic books, according to Q. Which I kind of agree, because Joker is completely unhinged. He gives zero fucks about to the definition sociopath who's in love with Batman.
There's a little homoerotic nature between Joker and Batman.
Maybe a little bit. Some would say the same between Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Well, I think one of the Robins came out to be like bisexual or something this year. And Superman's
Really?
son. Yeah. Or, no, I think that was always a thing. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But
the whole Superman son thing and people freaking out about it and throwing a temper tantrum, and it's like, calm down.
yeah, it's not like they're making Superman gay. He has a son, and that's perfectly fine.
But I mean, even if they did some like Earth 369.
Earth 42069.
Yeah. You know, it's Superman's gay. Who cares, man? It's a comic book character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little on the nose. I mean, just a little bit on the nose. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a little on the nose. It's a little inclusionary, but, you know, if they want it, the writers in DC want to, Grant Morrison wants to explore a gay Superman, like, let him, man. Like,
Here's my take on that,
your
though.
world's not going to end. Your kids aren't going to, like, you know, explode. Your dog isn't going to, like, run away. Like,
Here's my deal with that, though. I don't mind having a gay Superman. It doesn't bother me at all. If you create the character to be that, you don't just take a character that's been straight and loves Lois Lane since the 1940s.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a one-off. I'm saying it's a one-off, and Eric Universe, you know, 420, 69.
So
that
not
would be
like
the only way I would
changing
accept
the
that.
character.
No.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
you
like,
don't do that. You know, unless it is like an alternate universe, that's the only way that would be.
But it wasn't
be
even
accepted.
Superman that was gay. It was his son.
Yeah, and
Right.
So
that
that's
right there is what
fine.
I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
fine with me. They created a character to
people,
be that.
and
people
that
were
is-
reading
run with
the article,
it.
though,
Yes.
and they were assuming it was Superman,
Yeah.
and it's like, wow, like,
Yeah, a little bit closed-minded, are we?
yeah.
But
like,
anyway,
it's
we're definitely now.
SJWs, full SJWs, that's what we are. White Knights, weebs. Next thing you know, we're going to talk about look at yiffing.
What?
Everything you just said there was complete. I have no idea what language you just spoke. I don't know what anything you just said was.
Neither, you know what?
All
I'm not
those
gonna
talk
lie.
letters and
about
some
it
white
after the
knights
stream.
and some all kinds. I don't know
Not
what any
gonna
of that
lie.
is.
I didn't either. I just laughed
Yeah,
so
I
we
kinda
would
just
go
went
back
with
to
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you
we'll
brought
talk
it
about
up.
that later.
You ruined it.
Sorry, I was just curious because I'm sitting here with a big question mark over my
Yeah,
head.
We're,
Yeah, that's an exclamation mark.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
But
you're
still,
right.
nonetheless.
Oh.
Moving on.
Moving on, there's some other things that was really cool of 2021, and I know you guys, you lucky bastards, get to play with this every day, and I've had my
Yes.
opportunity to play it.
Ah,
The Oculus 2 came out this year.
Yes.
the Quest 2.
The Quest 2, which
It's
is
great, y'all.
yeah. I don't have one yet. I will get one and I will stream it. Jacob, have you tried the Quest 2?
I can't do VR. VR gives me
Yeah.
migraines.
That's right.
Mm,
I am so.
One of
I
the
f-
unlucky
yeah, I'm
ones.
sorry for you, man.
It's alright,
It's crazy.
It's cool.
Well, you know
can
what?
play it the old Neanderthalic way with the screen and a controller.
You know
I'll
what?
live on. It's existed for that way for literally almost 100 years.
Touche.
The next time you have a migraine, play it because you'll have a migraine anyway, and you won't have to worry about it.
That's how you beat the system.
Yeah.
But no, we
So
did
do
get the Quest 2.
migraines like cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make you feel better.
Science.
Your brother has a medical degree of some kind.
No, he doesn't.
That's
He
fun.
might. I don't know.
But no, we got the Quest 2 this year, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And
With that, some really good games.
with that, yes. You want to talk about the first one that I was thinking?
You were thinking Blade and Sorcery
No.
Nomad.
No, I was not.
Ooh.
But we got that too.
We did get Blade and
the
Sorcery
game is-
finally on the
game
Quest.
has been out for a while now.
But there was
we
an
finally
Oculus
just
Quest
got
2 game that came out in 2021
Yes,
that
you
he's
already
thinking
know.
of, and I know what he's
Is
thinking
it
of.
Resident Evil
Yes.
4.
Oh God!
We got
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil 4
4
ported
VR.
over to VR.
Please,
What
please,
an experience.
please,
I think it's actually better in VR. Like if you've ever played Resident Evil 4, it's already like pretty creepy. Also, like depending on what age you were when you played it, I was young, so it scared the hell out of me. But to actually be in that world and be Leon, see the fingerless gloves on your hands, and you're going after Los Illuminados, it's insane. Like that should be the definitive way to play the game. Is
Yeah.
in VR.
You know what? I have played Blades and I came over and played you
Yeah.
guys' VR so many times that I've only played Blade and Sorcery, which
So great.
but I need the next time I come over, I'm going to try Resident
Oh, you
Evil.
should, and I
You,
will so
have you
let
played it, Fireball?
I haven't played Resident Evil, but I have watched gameplay and walkthrough on it.
I'm
You
pretty
can
sure
have
you've
And
Yeah,
I've
seen
watched
them.
him play,
Yeah.
yes.
You can have 20 save slots on it, so you can
Really?
start one.
Yeah, the next time I come over, which will probably tomorrow,
Come on through.
after probably the potential disappointing loss of the Bengals game tomorrow. I'm expecting to get our asses kicked, but that's besides the point.
Speaking of Resident Evil, though, while we're still on that, the movie that just came out, we gotta watch that.
We still gotta see that. Maybe that's what we can do.
We can watch that tomorrow. I have it.
You have it?
On my phone. I can Chromecast to his TV, and we can watch that, and then have that to talk about.
Johannes, I am so sorry, bro. I love you. I can't believe I didn't watch your movie. I will check that out.
Oh, it's getting viewed.
We're gonna view it, just not the way he wanted us to. But
Gabby said she's hoping to get a used one and try Minecraft or VR chat.
Yes,
okay.
Both
VR
are great.
chat.
Both are great. Minecraft VR you have to take from the PC, so you got to link up for that one. But if you're just playing off the Quest, we do have VR chat, obviously, and it's fun as well.
I would live on that game if I could. There's so much to do in VR chat. I think the Quest 2 is really worth it just for that alone. And it's a free game.
Yeah, totally free.
Speaking of other games, I'm pretty sure 2 more people got a PlayStation 5 this year. Or last year, because they're still possible to get. 2 people, never mind.
Yeah, the 2 people that got the only 2 available over the whole year, if you're listening, this is for you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I got a lot of... Oh God, I hate you, Jake. So we had a couple of really good ones this year. Ratchet and Clank. That was fun. I know you've probably seen some gameplay, Jake, or played it. But hold on, wait a second. Did Miles Morales come out in 2020?
That was November 12th of 2020.
Okay. That makes me sad.
He Googled it in his brain.
Yes.
he made sure that it was locked in there.
Yeah, because I was looking at that because I wanted to talk about that for today, but it didn't come out this year.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what did come out this year? Back for Blood. And if you guys have ever played Left 4 Dead, it's that. It's basically a continuation of Left 4 Dead, and it is amazing.
I think
way
it's
better.
More of a spin-off.
They actually called it a continuation.
Oh, they did? Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, then sweet. I do have that on my Xbox. It is crossplay, which means we need to, whenever you can get online and have the game downloaded when you knew you should have had it downloaded.
Ah, come on. I already have Back 4 Blood downloaded and ready. I've been playing it.
I was talking about Battlefront.
Battlefront. Oh, man. You know what? Don't even start. I was there in spirit.
Yeah, you were there in spirit.
There's something else that deserves a 2021 honorable mention.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
It
is the HaplessLuckett 2021 highlight reel for the streaming thing that you do. That was hilarious, and y'all should definitely check that out.
It was actually the 2020, because it came out in 2021.
You said 2021 on the thing, on the thumbnail, didn't you?
No.
Did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, well, still, if it came out in 2021, watch it. It's
Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah, it did come out in 2021. So you are correct on that. So it was the highlights from the previous year.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's still a great video. Funny as hell.
Funny as hell. Yes, please check it out at facebook.com/HaplessLuckett or youtube.com/HaplessLuckett.
Whichever you prefer.
Whichever you prefer. Thank you for the plug.
Yeah, for sure. And it was a favorite thing.
There was another thing that came out this year that we should probably give a little mention to, and that's the League of Legends show, Arcane.
Yeah, Arcane was good.
Arcane. That show
we're
is
going to mess with you about that one.
You know what? I deserve it. They are going to give me a lot of shit, and I will take it on the chin.
I won't. I'm not gonna, because you did come around.
Yes.
So I can't say that's for nothing.
I
Have
did.
you seen it?
I have, yeah. That was the first one to watch. I had watched everything, I think, when we started, started talking about it.
Well, then let's hear Jake's take on Arcane first.
Man. Go ahead.
Watch it.
Yeah. Good show.
It's a good show. It's a well-crafted story that's based on a game, League of Legends, which follows more of an origin path than whatever they set it for the game. I don't know. I'm not a big MOBA player. I didn't even know League of Legends had a storyline.
I didn't either.
So I was kind of shocked and curious to see how they were going to go with it. And, I think they did a really cool way of telling these tale of two worlds kind of colliding together towards that thing that happens at the very end. beginning to end, it's binge worthy. Love the ending.
Yeah.
We should
so
probably
do I.
go ahead and give a little spoiler warning for Arcane. If you haven't seen all of Arcane, peace. You have been
3,
warned.
2, 1. You have been warned.
Have I?
You're warned.
Well, we're not really gonna talk much about like anything in specific.
No, but I do want to talk about that ending.
That ending.
That ending was great.
Jake, you want to weigh in on that matter real quick?
Yeah, I mean it's the perfect plot arc for Jinx, like as a character. Everybody wants to see somebody get redempted, but it
Redeemed.
Redempted. New words on it. Redeemed. Everybody wants to see.
No,
Jinx
say
get
redempted now. It's the thing.
The redemption. Redemption did. Redeemed. They want to see Jinx redeemed. That gets denied, but I mean it works within the character because she's mentally unhinged. She's gonna do that thing anyways, and she's been fighting this whole entire thing with Vi throughout the last couple of episodes, where ultimately she stays as Jinx. She feels like she's been tricked and betrayed when she shoots shit.
Parliament, whatever it's called.
Soko.
Silco, yeah.
See, now the thing is, a lot of people aren't gonna really know what the arcade is. Basically, in a nutshell, to explain the story of Arcane, it is about this young girl Powder and her sister Vi. It's Vi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, they lose their parents, and it's like this futuristic style
Steampunk.
Yeah, steampunk utopia world where it's ruled by like a dictator type a round table of dictators basically, and they have this underground area where basically they're allowed to live however they want as long as they don't interfere with what's going on above ground.
Basically a whole nother city.
Yeah. So basically what happens is throughout the story, poor little Powder, she's a child, all she wants to do is help out her sister and her friends, and ends up putting them in an even worse situation, and basically gets all her friends killed except for obviously her sister, and her sister abandons her, and is picked up by, and her sister Powder is picked up by the main villain, and it moves forward, and she's now becomes Jinx, and she's unhinged.
She messes everything up.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of Arcane? Like,
That's actually pretty hands down pretty easy. My favorite part of the show, again spoilers, was when Vi had on the gauntlets and was fighting those people single file on that bridge, while Vander was over here trying to get saved, and then he took the stuff and became that thing, and that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was my favorite. That was sick.
the end of the first act.
Vander was a great character.
Still is.
The show's over for now, but
For now.
I'd have to say, to be completely honest, you said that you were going to give me shit, which I still have yet to hear. So I was expecting. Honestly, I was
because
expecting
you did come around, I can't mess.
So
with
yes, I didn't like it. To start off, I watched the first 3 episodes because they said you have to get past it. So I tried to get past it. I tried the first 2 episodes. I was like, this is just boring. Don't want to watch anymore. The 3rd episode was like, okay. And it was the end of the 3rd episode, that part that you were talking about, Fireball. Okay, I'm gonna have to continue. And from that point on, it became a binge show for me.
Yep.
Gotcha, bitch!
That's pretty much what it did. It's pretty much what it did at the end of the 3rd episode. It came around, and it snuck up on me like...
Surprise, motherfucker!
So, yeah, it was a very good show, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great voice acting.
Yeah,
amazing
voice acting is
Yeah.
amazing. I love the animation style. That art and animation style, I've never seen anything like it. And as an artist myself, I take deep appreciation for the way they did that.
I'd like to see more shows done in at least a similar style to that. It was like watching an oil painting
Yeah, it
like
was really
come to
cool.
life. It was really cool.
It almost made Disney animation look second level.
Yeah.
Because that What If animation was really good. But that Arcane animation was like, it made that look like...
The amount of money that seriously went into Arcane was that of like an actual animated feature film.
Yeah.
So...
See, and I agree. We should definitely get more like that because, especially stories like that, where it's a little bit out there instead of trying to use all this CGI and trying to make things work in the real world where you just make it a cartoon but make it fucking dope.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not. I mean, it is based off a video game thing, but you don't have to be a fan of video games to get down to watch what Arcane is. It's almost a 2.5D animation style, and ultimately it's a story where these are characters that don't exist. They're fantastical video game characters, and you care about them.
Mm-hmm. That's something that Arcane's really good at. It makes you feel. Yeah. Like when someone is sad and crying, their facial expressions are so like
animated.
Yeah, and like when there's a fight scene and Vi's like punching people and stuff, you feel those punches because not only the sounds but the fluid animation. It just sells it all.
And with animation, you can show a punch connect.
Yeah.
You don't have to fake it with camera tricks. You can rock the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
You know? Teeth flying.
You even told me to watch that fight scene. And after watching those episodes, I'm like, nah, dog, I ain't gonna feel this fight scene. I even, like, when I heard you talking about it before you even messaged me, I pulled it up and I watched, like, the second fight scene. And it was short, and I was like, why? Why did you tell me this was dope? And I watched the show, and I saw the first fight scene, and I said, okay, now I see why he told me this is dope, because this is fucking live. The fucking, oh my goodness, the movements. Yeah. Even though it was animated, just like it looked like she was like a real boxer or something like that, because she was bobbing and weaving, and the counters, counter. It was brilliantly crafted. I think that was probably the best. Honestly, between Titans and MCU shows, there's also another show that I was not a fan of, but the rest of the world is a fan of, Squid Games.
Squid Game, I liked it.
Did you watch Squid Games, Jacob?
I did.
What did you guys think of Squid Games? Because I didn't really watch it. I gave it 2 episodes and was done.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was a slow start. I mean, I kind of expected that though. But after the end of the first episode, spoiler warning for Squid Game. I mean, it's still kind of new, so I'm not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
So
okay,
no,
all right. Well,
no countdown necessary.
Well, at the end of the first episode, when they started playing red light, green light, and everyone started dying, I was like, okay, this is getting real. And like during that game, like when I forget his name, Ali or whatever, like saved the dude, I was like, okay, he seems pretty cool, and I started growing attached to these characters too, and then that's how I became invested, because I'm like, these people are gonna die and they're pretty cool. It got me.
See, I couldn't get into it because I didn't like the main character. The main character was an ass. Like he had money. Like he had money to not only take care of his debt, but also to take care of his daughter, and he blew it. He just showed that he didn't care anything about his daughter. All he cared about was money and his gambling. And the characters inside the place, they didn't grab me. The dude who saved him was the only person who was like, oh, okay. But it still wasn't enough to be, like, invested in all these people. Because I was just like, fuck is going on? Like, okay, they're going to die. It's almost evident that everybody's going to die. There's going to be one winner. And I know for a fact it's going to be the main character. So why would I watch it?
Because you're wrong. That's the best way I could say it. Keep watching.
What's Jake's take on it?
Yeah, you can spoil it for me. I don't care.
It's
if y'all want to talk about it, go ahead.
The overall, like, to be blunt about it, it's a kind of recycled, pretty heavy, like, evil organization, evil super government. Population control, redundancy, whatever. Like, I don't know. I didn't care for it. There's a lot of people who watched it, so I went ahead and sat down and watched it, but I wasn't, like, emotionally connected. I was constantly doing other things while it was just on in the background, and it's like, oh, that person died violently. Neat.
It's pretty much, for me, it's just like a waiting game as to, okay, I'm waiting for someone who's not the main character to die. Which one is it going to be today? That's pretty much how I saw it. and games were like really dumb. I think.
I mean, there's a twist. It's not really a twist. Like
I've seen the pitch meeting.
yeah, like not for me.
I think it just progressively gets better. Like the more you learn and the more games that are played, it like I don't know. I just found myself enjoying it more as it went on. But I mean, that's definitely not the best show to come out of 2021 or anything. I'm not putting that above like Arcane but it was okay. I don't suggest everybody watch it.
It was popular, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There was a lot of merchandise and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff about it out there. But that's it.
Speaking of other 2021 shows that are nerdy though, Invincible. Do you guys watch that?
Oh, was
That
it
was 2021?
I think so. yeah.
Oh.
If that was
okay.
2021, that deserves an honorable
No, I
mention.
think that
a
was
great show.
2020.
I feel like it was.
Because I
But-
remember it coming out during the pandemic.
Was
That
it
sounds
Airbnb?
about right.
Weird,
It is no.
Was
It
it
was
21?
first episode 2021.
Well, then we
Okay.
need to give that credit because that was friggin' amazing. I loved Invincible.
I mean, we just got done talking about Arcane, like being a really dope show in terms of how it looks and
Mhm.
how you feel everything. And that show,
Same.
it seems like it's more relatable.
It was like an
because
animated
it's
Suicide Squad.
yeah,
It was great.
It was awesome. Like how it was a different take on like Superman sort of story,
Mhm.
and I really like to see that. Like the whole. You don't need a spoiler warning for Invincible.
No,
Omni-Man, like, being the villain
Yeah,
of the
that-
whole show,
That's the shit.
like, I did not see that coming, and that really hit me.
I love any story that can make me love the villain and appreciate the villain.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. I fucking love Omni-Man. He's great. He's awesome. And to know that he was the villain in the long run, still love him. I don't care. They made me love the villain, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
I was gonna say Rediscovery, I guess. I don't know. It didn't come out in 2020. I watched it in 2021. It didn't come out. Season 2 of The Boys. Loved every single second of it. Love The Boys. It's a series, like a comic series.
Yeah, it's
I've
got
never
heroes
seen
and
it.
shit, and
I
I've
should
seen the
probably see
action
that.
figures. Never seen an episode.
See, I saw the
Oh,
first
that's great.
2 episodes, and I was like, I was sick, and I was going through shows, and I was watching, what's that Marvel show?
Hit Monkey.
No, which is a good show. Actually, that came out this year.
Yeah, that's another one.
But no, it came out on Disney Plus. It's a Marvel show, but it's not Marvel, really, like MCU style. Damn it. It's got Medusa in it, Black Bolt, Inhumans. There. I was sick and I was watching the Inhumans. I got done watching that. I binged it. So I was sick. And I was like, I'm going to watch something else. So I pulled up
The Boys.
I watched a couple episodes.
One for you, huh?
Turned it off. Never seen it again.
No?
Yeah.
No, you didn't like the whole entire introduction of Hugh's character, like hugging on his girlfriend and holding her hands like that, and then A-Train comes running through and just like obliterates her with his super speed.
Yeah,
Just standing there holding his hands.
but still.
Dude, that was hilarious.
I actually saw that in a comic. I hadn't seen the show. I didn't know that was actually like a part of the episode.
Yeah, no, that's all written into The Boys. Yeah.
I had this
The TQE.
like comic from Free Comic Book Day, and I guess it was like the first episode
Oh, that's
in
cool.
comic book form. That's cool.
God, even the end of the first season of The Boys, where they take care of the diamond skin guy. He can't do anything because his skin's completely impenetrable, so they basically stick a dynamite up his butthole from the inside.
Jeez.
Dude, so The Boys is just this fantastic show about, humans would fight against, like, meta-humans. So,
Mutants.
yeah.
Okay. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
I'm a big sucker for those superhero stories that are like grounded in reality. Like I really liked Code
Nerd.
8.
Yeah. Code 8 was good.
Was that
I
2021?
don't think so.
Because if that was, that's noteworthy.
Code 8 was 2019.
Good
It's
movie.
okay, we've all been doing the same thing since the
Yeah.
pandemic started. So,
Yeah.
and in 2019, it's not like our lives changed.
What even is time? Like,
It is a obscure construct made by humans.
And on that note, that's been Nerdwork.
Actually, no. If we wanted to dig into science, that's nerd shit too.
That is
Don't
nerd
get me
shit.
started.
That might go a little deeper than any of us are willing to research.
I was gonna say, all right, Kyle.
And
go
by any of us, you mean Fireball.
Yeah. I don't research. I mean, I do when I watch movies and play games and stuff, but I don't look anything up.
Stars are projected images in the skies, guys.
Whatever I say on this show is usually just from memory.
Which
Fire-
is slowly fading.
Fireball.
Not slowly.
Fireball. You're
Quickly.
fired.
Shows up next week because he forgot.
Wait, you said what? Nah, I don't remember that. Hey, let's go
Fire
to
me.
this podcast.
We're just all sitting here like, and get out of here and just sit down.
Dude, go home. Your face is off the picture. And it's your picture.
Damn, that's all that means. I gotta draw a new picture without me in it. That's
You
a
don't
punishment.
remember drawing that? I hung out with you while you drew it.
Oh my gosh.
Something else from 2021 is always roasting each other. That's always fun.
That never ends with us. Like, you should see us off camera and off mic, guys. It's
Oh god, yeah.
bad. We hold back for you guys.
Yeah, and when we say hold back, we hold back a lot.
If you only knew.
If you only knew. What else happened in 2021 nerd stuff,
Mortal
nerd
Kombat.
related?
This show.
Mortal Kombat. This show, yeah.
We had our
Yeah.
first episode at the end of December.
This
Yeah.
is true. This is episode 3, and it's the first episode of 2022.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat
Yep.
did come out this year because it was that. Then it was Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was also Hit Monkey, which I've seen one episode.
Oh, man.
Seen all of it, Monkey.
I really need to watch it.
It is so good. It is so good. I still haven't finished it because I'm still going back and forth between other shows. But I think I'm like halfway through it. But it is amazing. Like, the story is great. The comedy is there. I mean, it's not even like in your face belly laugh comedy. It's more like the adult style humor because you get most of the conversation from a ghost.
Right.
And the only one that can see him is the monkey. So it's just funny in itself.
Jason Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, he's
Fantastic.
great. He is fantastic. And whoever plays the monkey is great too.
Sounds just like a monkey.
You got to.
I have to watch it.
You do. You have to. You absolutely have to. And there actually have been some other cool things that came out in 20. Actually, I don't think those came out in 2021, or did they? No.
What?
The Spider-Man Far From Home hot toy came out this year.
It did?
As did the Miles Morales.
Yes, those came out this year.
Oh, I want
So
that
that's something
Miles.
big to talk about.
I want that Miles really, really bad.
Yeah, that Miles Morales is sick. I've seen it in person. It's really
You
well
want
done.
If you
Miles
guys don't know
Morales
what we're
Hot Toy.
talking about, Hot Toys are like these really expensive action figures, but they're expensive for good reason. They are like completely accurate, for the most part, a lot of them are, to what they are. Like, he's got an Iron Man over here, and it's like made of die cast. It's like real metal, super shiny,
All
looks
movable
just
parts.
like them. These are like real collector's items.
Top tier toys.
And
if
they
you're
released
into
some
that.
really good ones this year.
Speaking of which, I need you to, before you leave, to repose my spoother.
Repost
I like
the
that
Spooder?
pose.
Well, I do, but
That
it's
is a
been
cool
sitting there for
pose.
2 weeks, so if I have it
That's
sit
sick.
there any longer, I don't want the fabric to crease up and
Yeah.
stuff, so...
Right.
If you guys want to see his hot toys, check out his video game streams because they are in the background of that stream, so you'll get to see them.
Yes.
And also, his address is.
Yes, our address is, my address will be there.
777666.
Close enough.
His address is
That's his phone number.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, stop touching the buttons. Hands off. Oh my god, that is so great. Do we have anything else coming out of 2021 that we could think of that really that needs to be noted?
Multiverse of Madness.
That comes out this year.
Yeah, that'll be a 22 release.
You almost
But
said
the
next
trailer
year.
We got the trailer in
2021.
2021
We
for
did.
it.
There was another game that we got this year that we should probably talk about.
Oh yeah. What?
We got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
yes. How
And
did I forget that?
I played a couple hours of it. I don't own
It's
it,
average.
but
No,
no.
it's not
Oh
average.
no.
It is not average.
Not
average.
only was it super fun,
Such
but
a troll.
not only was it super fun what I played of it, but
It's
I
not wrong,
really
though, if you
liked
got it.
how you like the Guardians. You don't play as all of them. You play as Star-Lord, and all of the other Guardians are like worked into combos and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool, and not to mention the photo mode in that game. I love photo modes, and like Spider-Man did it really well, but I think Guardians did it better.
Well, if we're talking about who has the best photo mode, it's no competition.
Last of Us 2.
No, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
hands
Has
down
a
best
hand.
photo mode ever.
You
Huh?
can like change
Madden 22.
You shut the fuck up. Shut up. Go home.
The
Get
best
out.
photo mode, hands down, by far, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
It's visually just stunning.
You can
It's
change
beautiful.
the weather. Like,
Every
it's
shot is
down to the
artwork.
It is. It is, and that actually did come out this year too. The PlayStation 5 edition, the Master Edition, the
Mhm.
limited edition, whatever. The newest edition came out this year, and I had to play through both of them. I had to because that photo mode
goodness.
is fantastic.
You
Yeah,
know,
agreed.
Speaking of new editions, we also got this year the anniversary edition of Skyrim, which
Yeah.
added so much to the game. It was
You have to make mention
it's
of that.
so cool, and I know you want to weigh in on this matter. What do you think of that update?
I loved it. I thought it was great. The only problem that I had was I downloaded the update after already having mods, and it crashed my game, and I lost everything. But other than that, the update itself, if you're not modded or you're playing it legitimately, it's definitely worth getting. It's only like $20 or something like that, and you get all kinds of new stuff.
Lots of new missions that you can do. Lots of new companions, new enemies. They actually added
New
goblins
weapons,
to
new
the game.
residences, Yeah,
They added
everything.
backpacks, which are really cool.
Backpacks are live.
Yeah, and there's a lot more options in terms of
That's the
weaponry
first
too.
time anybody has ever said that in the history of backpacks. Backpacks are live.
No, I've said that before.
Say you have been proven wrong.
I love
Alright,
that
well,
it's in the
and-
history of backpacks.
Little off topic. I want to come back. I want to get you to tell your stories about Skyrim.
Oh, yeah,
But
okay,
I want to
let's-
come back to that. Gabby actually has a question.
Yeah, let's hear what Gabby has.
Gabby asked, this is an off-topic question, but you have streaming suggestions for shy beginners. Yes, I do. Do it.
Yeah.
And that's not me trying to be funny or anything, but as a streamer myself, because I deal with social anxiety and anxiety dealing with people, and not dealing with people, but opening up to people. You guys can atone to that.
Mhm.
But the best way to do it is to just start doing it. If you don't have a camera, if you want to at least get comfortable, get a mic first. Try doing it with the mic and just, try it a couple of times. And then once you feel confident with at least having a mic, then step up to the webcam. Or just go all in and just do it, because that's the best way to do it and get out of your shell is just by doing it. Not even thinking about it. Don't worry about what other people are going to think about you, because you're there to try to make people just be the best you could possibly be, and try to make people feel good about what they're doing or what they're watching. So just do it. And there's always going to be negativity.
The ones who like you for what you do will stick around.
Yes.
And there will be plenty of them, I promise.
Exactly. That's all you need to worry about. Remember who you're doing it for and stick to that.
Yep.
That is my 2 cents.
That's great advice.
And when you have a dream, and when you have a dream, you gotta
Stop. I hate you.
Here's my advice from someone who doesn't stream or anything like that. Although I did stream VR for a little bit, but give up on all hope and just forget about it. Life is not going to give you anything. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Whoa,
That's a
buddy,
joke.
Josh.
I'm joking. Always chase your dreams. That's it.
Yeah.
That's just generally, not just for streaming, but everything. Chase your dreams. I learned that from this guy.
Okay, so
There you go. You got Jake's advice. Jake and Shia.
Tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
I love it. That's all anyone needs right there.
Okay, coming back. But yes, just do it.
Thank you for your question, Gabby.
Coming back to Skyrim,
Yeah.
I think you should tell people all the poor life of Fireball and his adventures through Skyrim. The look on your face says it all.
Yeah. I'll put it in a nutshell because there's a lot. Me and Skyrim have a complicated history. Skyrim is like that girlfriend that I dated that was just super hot, but she was insane. So, like, I have this love-hate relationship with Skyrim. It's by far my favorite game of all time. But I have had 5 fully saved, like, just finished hours upon hours of gameplay. 5 times put into this game for it to crash on me and I lose everything. Every time. It all started on my Xbox 360 and it ported over to the next gen with my PS4 or whatever and
PS3.
or no, it was
It was a 4.
I had a 4.
You had a 3 too.
Oh yeah, I did have a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's right. And it screwed up on that and it screwed up on my PS4. So yeah, 5 times I've lost everything and I finally said, "All right, I'm done with this girl. We're breaking up. She's gone and I'm never going to talk to her again. I've deleted her off all my social medias." And Skyrim is no more, so it's still my favorite game of all time. It's just going to take a good game to beat it. I've had bad luck with it.
See, that's why someone needs to get you either an Xbox One X or a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, if someone were to buy me one, I can promise that I would play it.
No, okay, we have to
Once
admit the
and
Xbox
put it in a
has
box.
computing power. It
Back in
does.
the class.
And I have an
It
Xbox,
does.
so
It
shut up.
It does.
Fuck off.
But I can't switch up. I'm Team PS for life.
All right, speaking of switching up, let's talk about our least favorite thing in 2021 as far as nerds go, because I know you got one, and I'm right there with you. I know. Go ahead and say it. It's okay. Don't give me
I
that
don't even
look.
want to talk about it.
You know what? I'll talk about it, okay? I'll talk about it. I'm sorry to have to bring this up. It hurts him so bad.
Listen, just go.
Let There Be Carnage was probably the absolute worst comic book movie of 2021.
Let me just go ahead and say before you get into it that I liked it.
Fire.
So while you guys sit and bash on this movie, I'll be sitting here listening.
Well, you know what? No, let the
Let's start with
positive
him.
come
Let's
first.
start with him. Yeah.
I'm going to start with the positive and then pound it into the ground.
Positive.
Go ahead.
It's a Venom movie.
That is a positive. And another positive is we got Carnage and they looked good.
Yeah, that I can attest to. They did look very good. The
Yeah,
way
it
that,
did have
they
that
still do
going.
not disappoint as far as how it looks, the CGI, the visual effects. They're amazing. Except for when you bring in a goddamn tornado. That's
I
made,
wasn't a fan of that part.
That's made out of carnage.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that part. That was dumb.
You know, they attempted to take a serious concept, like the character that's a serial killer, and bringing it into the MC universe. You know, they tried.
They
That's
did.
a positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gave
I'm
it
going
hell.
to say negative things about Venom while twisting it and making it positive. You guys are going to see how I operate the studio.
Okay, go ahead. I would like to see this.
You know, Tom put forth a good effort into acting as Eddie Brock.
At least his leg didn't break in this one.
My leg's broken. Now it's not broken.
They got William Harrison to show up.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
How dare you disrespect him?
William
Woody
Harrison.
Harrelson. Woody Harrelson is a football player.
They could
Woody
have gotten
Harrelson.
someone better.
You're fired again.
They could have gotten someone better.
I liked it.
I like as far as the actor goes. I love the actor. You cannot blame bad
You're right.
bad writing on the actor.
Right.
They
Yeah.
brought in that really cool psychiatric ward setting
Yeah, I like
that
that.
was used for like maybe 5 minutes of film time.
Yeah.
You know,
I just
it was funny? Question mark. Funny?
No, it had funny moments.
yeah.
There's a
It
big
was-
difference. If it made you laugh 3 times in an hour and a half movie, is it funny?
Let's see. What else can there be said?
I just really didn't like seeing this crazy maniac rooted in a love story. Like, I wanted to see everything
That did it
he
for me.
did come from a deep place of hatred for people. Like,
Yeah.
like I just wanted him to go all out, but
Like,
he was
like Scarecrow.
he was
and
going all
Titans.
out for love. It just
That's
I
not
hated
Anything
that.
that gets turned into a love
hated
story,
that.
I immediately
Well, I guess-
lose interest.
But you liked it,
I
though.
liked the movie, but the love story part could have fucked off.
So you basically liked it for the action. And
Yeah, it was the action.
So-
and the characters.
So you can never ever give me shit for liking Expendables ever again.
I'm a huge Venom fan and a huge Carnage fan, and that was the best I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy it for what it was, but I'm gonna dislike the parts like the love story. That was dumb.
Dislike the parts like all the movie.
I liked it, except the love story and the tornado.
There really wasn't carnage in Let There Be Carnage.
It could have had more carnage. Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the one thing when I went and saw it. Like, that was the one thing that I think it was the first thing that crossed my mind. It was like, it happens in the penitentiary. And then they meet together again at the church.
Yeah.
And you know.
A lot of it was a lot of a love squabble between Venom and Eddie Brock. That's literally all it was. They were having a feud. They were having one of those little moments when, you know, you move in with your girlfriend, you're tired of each other after living with them for 5 months already, and you're ready to kill each other. That was the moment with Eddie
But,
Brock
you know,
and Venom.
They've done Venom better though in the books, but it doesn't matter because it's the MCU and it's a separate thing.
No, Marvel, that is not the MCU.
Yeah, that's actually still a Fox thing.
And that is Sony.
Well, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant.
But I think the reason why it was so bad and there were things so watered down is because they were still trying to introduce Venom to Spider-Man. I think that is the only reason why, which they did, and then coming back full circle was kind of in a dumb way.
In No Way Home, he just drops a bit of Venom on the bar top, and
But Eddie Brock goes back to his universe, so he was literally there for.
So, right, no more Tom. Tom's gone, and that's, you know, I don't think he really wanted to be there after.
So, but now that their connection is made between Venom and Spider-Man. Now that connection is made. It's indefinite. That's a thing now.
Right.
This Venom can go on and be Venom.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on biting off your guys' heads. No holds barred. Just go crazy.
Lethal Protector.
Yeah, kill everything.
As long as it's PG-13.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Because now that they've already made the connection, there's going to be a Venom in Spider-Man. It's going to be its own Venom because it's a different universe.
Yeah, it'll be the MCU, which will be PG-13.
Yeah, but no, we still have the Tom Hardy. He's got one more movie.
Oh, that one.
So that one can, now that it's not going to be connected to this Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. It's his own thing. Maybe they might make it rated R.
Maybe.
I think I just read something recently that Deadpool is officially acknowledged to be a part of the MC universe.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, because he's a Fox property.
And it was already acknowledged that he's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You can't do Deadpool without rated R.
You can't do Venom without rated R either.
I kind of really hope that
Or
these
Carnage.
Venom movies
Like,
just continue existing, because where it left off after Spider-Man, now that Eddie Brock has all this knowledge of the Avengers and Spider-Man and all that in New York. Keep in mind, this is both of those movies took place on the opposite side of the country in California, so there's no way he could have known. But now he's going to go back to his universe, go try to find those. This is just what I think. And he could find his Spider-Man or
West
his
Coast
Avengers,
Avengers.
which also could mean like maybe Andrew Garfield is his Spider-Man or something like that.
That could be.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know, man.
Who
No.
knows?
I think
It
that
could
was
be.
Tom Hardy walking away from.
No, he's got 3 movies.
He does.
Yeah, he has 3. He is signed on for a
Oh,
trilogy.
because the picture deals with Sony, right?
I mean, I really hope they do both go on and just stay separate. Like,
That'd be
if
cool.
these Venom movies continue and hopefully get better, and then we get another Venom for the MCU, I'm cool with that.
Well, see, this is actually perfect because this was also one of the topics I wanted to get on, the future for the Spider-Man movies. This could actually move forward because if there is only one more movie for Tom Hardy as Venom, I don't know if he re-signed or anything, that third movie could be Spider-Man versus Venom. That could be the
be.
Amazing Spider-Man 3. that everyone's talking about they're wanting to do, because they're wanting to do everyone's wanting an Amazing Spider-Man 3, and everyone's wanting an amazing, or a Spider-Man 4. What do you guys think about those?
In
I'm
No
with
Way Home, Andrew Garfield, remember when they were all talking about like how they fought like aliens and stuff? He's like, I want to fight an alien.
Yeah,
And he said that right after Toby was mentioning Venom.
Yeah.
that's
So,
true.
am I digging too deep? Or
No, you
what do
might be
guys
right
think?
on track. That would be cool.
That would
be awesome.
I think that would be a very good send-off for Tom Hardy's Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Get some redemption from the
right.
first two movies. If it's just literally make the movie about Tom Hardy's Venom going against Andrew Garfield. That could be the movie.
I would love to see that.
Because we would actually finally get a Venom versus Spider-Man movie that would be good. But then that still leaves a lot of questions with the symbiote from Tom Holland. What do you think, Jake?
I think no. I think no. I think no to all of that. No. We'll see what they do. At this point, it's a huge cluster, and I'm curious what they pull out of their ass.
What would you guys' ideal next Spider-Man movie look like? Like, I'm talking villain-wise for the
Hard to
movie
say.
versus whatever Spider-Man.
I mean, villain-wise, we should get Sinister Six for sure, because we were close on this last one and didn't quite hit it.
Yeah.
So we should definitely get the Sinister Six. I want to see Kraven the Hunter. We've never seen a reiteration of him yet.
That's supposedly coming soon,
which would be nice. But I mean, I talking about the previous thing, I didn't get to give any input on that. They're talking about, or at least it's rumored, that we're going to get Agent Venom, and that's what the symbiote in the MCU is going to do, is start that storyline.
Ooh, the one with the
Flash.
Yeah.
That's not what I would want to
That's,
see.
that's
at
what
all.
I'm thinking we're going to get.
I think
hope not.
I believe that could be a way that it goes.
That's what I think we'll get, and then it'll go on to spawn something else, maybe an actual Venom. But I think we're going to get Agent Venom before anything.
I would hope.
But is that what you would want to see?
Not what I want to see, I just think that's what we're going to get.
What would you want?
yeah.
I want to see the Sinister Six.
Okay.
And then I want to see another Spider-Verse thing where there's more than one Spider-Man with Miles Morales in it.
Okay.
Two things on that. One, do you still think you'd want to see a Sinister Six right after we had all those?
Yes.
That Fair enough. Fair enough. And actually, too, I can't remember if it's this year or next year. We do get that because we get Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Or two. Yeah, we're getting the second one of that.
Yeah, the sequel. I think that's
Which
this
I am
year.
excited for. Yeah, it's this year.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's that.
Okay,
So your Sinister Six.
What would your ideal Spider-Man movie look like?
My ideal. I honestly would have to agree with him. The Sinister Six. Honestly, the Sinister Six would be great, but I wouldn't want it right away. Like honestly, I wouldn't want it right away, only because we did have about 5 villains in the last movie.
Yeah, true. Let's ease into Kingpin and then go Sinister
They're
Six.
definitely like.
So you want Kingpin? We
I think
figured
I'd
out.
rather have Kingpin.
You'd rather
than
have
Sinister
Kingpin.
Six, to be
Okay.
honest.
So yeah.
What about you, Jake?
I didn't even get mine.
sorry.
Sorry, I completely cut you off. That was my bad.
As long as
I haven't even let me finish.
the line Peter Tingle has said no less than 18 times and grown actors say it with a straight face, I am all for whatever Spider-Man movie comes out.
So
There you go. Fair enough.
So
So you're
going
no
back to
problem.
mine, because
Yeah,
I
sorry.
still never got to say mine.
Go
because
ahead.
You stole, and you stole.
Peter Tingle.
Fuck you.
Tingle.
God damn it. Okay, for my ideal Spider-Man movie, we pick up with Tom Hardy. Holland left off with the cool ass suit, going back to basics, and we introduce Scorpion.
That needs to be done.
Because we got J. Jonah Jameson back. If it was my way, J. Jonah Jameson would pay to get Spider-Man taken care of. Because he doesn't know who he is now. No one knows who he is. So he want him hunted and taken down.
But not.
Hold on, let me finish, you son of a bitch. So Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson gets Scorpion created. So the entire time he's in the fighting Scorpion, Matt Gargan, blah blah blah, because now Vulture no longer knows. So it's like that, and then we introduce Ned as Hobgoblin because he'll idolize Spider-Man, not knowing who he is. He'll want to do it, but I want to be like Spider-Man. There'll be an opportunity somehow. Superhero serum goes wrong, and boom, it introduces a Hobgoblin. That's how I would set it up.
He'll get a job at Oscorp like everyone does.
Now, Jacob, since I'm done, you can have the floor. You interrupted, son of a bitch.
No, you're interrupting my thought.
I interrupted your thought.
I interrupted his thought.
I interrupted
You did.
No.
all of you just now.
No, first of all, I was given the floor.
See,
And-
he's interrupting my thought right now. I was gonna say something, but you so rudely had to defend yourself.
Jake, you're fired again. Go.
Floor's yours, sir.
Oh, is it?
All yours.
Oh, you finish your thought.
We're live. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Spider-Man.
Spooderman. Spooderman 3 was the spooteriest of all the Spoodermen.
You got the floor, and that's what you used it for.
Yeah, I Spider-Man.
Hey, I never answered that question.
You did.
I never got to tell you guys what my ideal Spider-Man would be. I think that they're pulling their punches, right? And they're going to give us a Sinister Six, but it's not going to be anyone that was in this last movie.
Right.
I think they're going to do, like, Vulture and Scorpion, maybe Venom. He could be a part of it. They could bring back
Kraven.
Mysterio. They did tease Kraven and Rhino. That's already a Sinister Six in and of itself. So those two could exist separately, and I think that's what they're going to do.
As long as it starts with the on-screen death of Ned, I'm all for it.
What? You don't like Ned?
I love Ned.
I mean, he
I
lost
love
weight
that.
for a reason.
He is hands down the most annoying thing out of all the Spider-Man movies.
What?
Even more annoying than
I
MJ.
love Ned.
Which one? Are you
All
talking
of
about
them.
Kristen Dunst?
No, the Zendaya.
Oh. No. You know, she was pretty obnoxious in No Way Home, but, like, just, at this point, it's just Ned. I see Ned, and I just like when I, like, go away!
I like Ned. What?
He's the guy in the
cut him
chair.
some slack, man. He's the guy in the chair. He
Fucking nerd.
You're calling him a fucking nerd on a show that you're a part of called Nerd Word. You're a fucking nerd.
Nerds!
Nerd. Nerd is the word.
I don't see why you gotta flame Ned so hard, man.
I like Ned.
He just wants to build a Death Star and freaking dap you up. Like, he's so chill. I would hang out with Ned.
He's trying too hard.
Nah, we should get him on this podcast.
See now, he's fine.
Actually, his name
Yeah,
is also
he's gonna
Jacob,
become
so
Hobgoblin.
we could
He's gonna be a Hobgoblin, and you're gonna be all disappointed that he turned evil.
Nah.
I mean, they already did foreshadow it.
I'm just gonna be disappointed he ain't fat anymore. I'm fat and I love fat people. Screw the traitors.
Do you love me?
I do now.
Not before.
You
Not the other
understand
10 years.
So, one more other thing for Spider-Man that they're apparently now working on. That it's another one of those rumors that's up in the air along with the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4. They're in talks with, quote-unquote, Emma Stone for Spider-Gwen.
That would be dope. I did hear rumors about that.
So, what do y'all think
She's
about
still young enough to play the part.
She young enough to play it for the next 5 to 10 years?
No.
She had the mask, though.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, she played Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So to have her in a different universe, I was going to say uniform. Well, both. Uniform and universe. I think it'll be interesting, but I think that would have to probably a one and done. If they're going to do a Spider-Gwen movie, they'd have to use somebody younger.
And they couldn't use her in the Spider-Verse. It wouldn't make sense. Just a one and done would be it.
Actually, no, they'd still use it in the Spider-Verse.
I want to know who asked for that.
Fans?
When did you ever see campaigns for Emma Stone to be
Really?
Spider-Man?
I've seen it on my Facebook feed a lot.
I got it
I
on
think
YouTube.
it could
I
be
got
cool.
rumored stuff. People talking about
Really?
rumors. Yeah.
You're just not a Spider-Man fan. You're a hater.
I would
Booterman.
want to see the chick from the original Tobey Maguire movies who was Gwen Stacy.
Isn't that Ron Howard's
play
daughter?
her.
That's Ron Howard's
Yeah.
daughter.
She might
She
be a
could-
little old
yeah,
to
she's
play the
old
role.
now.
Yeah, she's older than you.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys could pick anyone to play Spider-Gwen, who you
Well,
pick?
there's many people older than. Oh.
See, I don't keep up with the younger actresses too much, but let's see. Spider-Gwen.
I know one.
Uh,
The girl who played Ilyana Rasputin in
Florence Pugh.
No,
new.
Anya
No,
Anya
she plays
Taylor-Joy.
Yelena.
Yeah.
She couldn't.
as Spider-Gwen though.
Yeah.
Mm, I don't really see
With
that.
the right haircut, yeah.
I mean, cut and dye is easy. You just gotta get
Yeah.
somebody that's got a pretty face and can act, really.
I
That's
don't
all you
know.
need.
I've only ever seen her be like kind of serious though. Like in New Mutants, she had her little quirks or whatever, but she was overall a pretty serious character.
Well, that's what actors are supposed to do. They're supposed to act.
But have you ever seen her in a role that like was?
I've seen her act. I've seen Robert Pattinson in a role for a sparkling vampire, and now he's playing Batman. So you can never cast anybody out.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was a legitimate crack addict and coke fiend and wound up as Iron Man.
Yeah, you
So-
never count anybody out ever. Unless obviously she was a black woman and I'm trying to cast her as Spider-Gwen, then yeah, then you
Yeah,
count
you
her
count her
out.
out.
Not saying that she couldn't be it, but this particular Spider-Gwen we're talking about couldn't be it.
Samara Weaving.
Okay, I could see that. The chick from The Babysitter, she was.
Oh yeah,
the
she
babysitter.
could play the part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think she'd be pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
What about that one girl? I think she's from either Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, but she did a movie with Vince Vaughn where he was a serial killer and they traded bodies. What was that?
Oh, that was called Freaky.
Yeah, Freaky. And what's that girl's
Her
name?
name was.
She could do it.
You're right. Actually, I could
She could do
totally
it.
see that.
I think she would play a good.
I could totally see that.
And she showed she could be a badass.
Yeah.
Catherine Newton.
Yeah,
Catherine Newton. Yeah.
She was
yeah,
actually
she,
in Pokemon.
She
Was
was.
she?
Yeah,
She had
she
the
was
side
in,
up.
Yeah, she was in Detective
Okay.
Pikachu.
I think she
That's
would be a
right.
good Spider-Gwen.
She actually would.
yeah.
On the topic of Spider-Gwen, even though since they mentioned a black Spider-Man, who would you cast as Miles if you had the opportunity?
Oh, you already know.
Who?
Dude from Stranger Things.
That's
Lucas.
That's who I was. That's where I was going to.
Caleb McLaughlin. That's his name.
Yeah, from Stranger Things.
That's who I'm picking for sure. He could so do it. Or, well, no, he might be a little too young. Never mind.
Well, Spider-Man, he was like 13 when he got bit.
I was gonna say the kid from Shameless, Liam Gallagher, but he might be a little too young.
Liam Gallagher.
I mean, he's like a teenager now.
Maybe.
No, he is.
Well, that's definitely not the right one.
No,
Because it's
no.
a white guy.
You know what?
His
I'll
name-
tell you who would play a good Miles.
I forget his name.
Your boy that plays Cyborg in Doom Patrol. He's short and thin. He's got the build and the look.
He may be
He could do
too
it.
old.
If he shaved and makeup, he would look young enough. He's playing a teenager in Doom Patrol.
Yeah. But you need somebody who's like barely a teenager. Because Miles Morales is like a young.
I think he's got it right here.
It's Christian Isaiah.
Let me see.
He's 14.
Yep. Nope. That's
That
yeah.
kid looks like Miles.
That's
Look at
Miles.
this picture.
That's Miles.
I'm sorry you guys can't
Yeah,
really see
him.
that, but this kid.
What's his
Google
name again?
Christian Isaiah.
Yeah.
This kid looks like Miles Morales. I think he'd be perfect.
Yeah. Because even
Caleb McLaughlin.
yeah, he's 18, but he could work too.
Well, in the Miles Morales game, Miles is 17, and he got his start when he was like 16.
Tis true.
Yeah.
So really, anywhere from like
Just as long as they're a
18
teenager.
to like
Yeah, they have to start
maybe
like
14.
They need to get work on that sap. Because I want to
Mhm.
see it.
Yeah,
I would want to see that.
and cast that kid.
Cast me as the Prowler. We'll get rid of Aaron.
No.
Oh, get rid of.
Wow.
You can't top
No,
Daddy
yeah,
Glover.
I can't top Daddy Glover.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Daddy Glover. But we have been going for quite some
Yeah,
time. guys.
almost 2 hours on
Oh,
this. I just
wow.
looked at my watch.
No.
And the only reason I did that is because I'm feeling really hungry. I'm like, why
I'm
am I
hungry.
so hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry, but they going so. So yeah, I guess we can go into our closing thoughts of 2021 and into 2022. Julian, you start first.
Okay.
Final thoughts of the new stream, right? The first stream of the new year.
Final thoughts, first stream, new year.
Actually, no. Even
Happy
better.
New Stream.
Even better. We'll go around. I think I'll start doing this. I'll give everyone like something specific to speak on. New Year's resolutions. Julian.
My New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna get a PS5. And not much else.
Okay,
Brilliant.
you know what? I hope you do. But I feel like you're just gonna come up short.
Get that sad shit out of here.
Jacob, New Year's resolutions.
Fight the urge of pressing the button you told me not to press hours ago.
Can we let him
It's
close
gonna
it out?
Not right now,
No.
because
I don't really do the resolutions thing, man. Like, I set goals like way ahead of time, and I just keep working towards them. So, keep working towards my goals. Be nicer to you.
I feel like that on that. I like how you went on a tangent about how you don't do New Year's resolutions, and your resolution came full circle to being nice to me. I like it.
Yeah, be nicer to Josh. He's constantly abused off the stream, so somebody's got to be there to pick him up when he's down.
Oh God, it's true, and I'm always down. Fireball.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions.
Well, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I made a New Year's resolution about 12 years ago. And it was to never make another New Year's resolution. And that's the only one I've ever stuck with. So,
Alright.
still doing it.
World peace.
Way to break the system in two.
Yeah.
I love it. And I guess mine is to get back on the side of you hating me again for losing weight. Need to get rid of some of this chubblies.
Bloop.
Don't lip my bloop.
Keep the bloop and jubblies, man. It's all good.
So, don't get...
Why was that cricket word? I thought it was funny.
No, see, he
Those
just
actually
reaches
go-
around and pushes buttons. He has no idea what he's pushing. He just literally picks something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, God. One of these days, he's just going to push something and it's just going to, like, the whole computer's going to blow up. But anyway.
Pushing your buttons in 2 weeks.
Wow. Button push inception. Anyway.
That one's not even input.
Before we end up getting booted, before he ends up booting us off, I'm HaplessLuckett.
I'm Guymanbrodawg.
I've been Fireball again.
I don't need to remember who I am after this 2 hours of talking.
You're Jake, buddy. You're Jake.
Oh, it was Jake. That's right.
That's right.
Hey, next time we'll write it on your hand and you can just refer back to that.
Or just show. Just like, oh yeah, that's me.
When I used to live in Michigan, you put your hand up and then point to the spot
We could write it on your forehead under the beanie, and you could just
pull the hair back,
Just look right at the camera and be like, oh.
pull the whip out.
But thank you all for tuning in and listening and watching and all that good stuff.
Yes. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I had to touch that button.
Bye.
Bye.